In the era of COVID-19, I think it's important to show family members what you have to do if you want to really advance a case on behalf of your loved one to get them from prison to home confinement. And one of the resources that I would use would be PACER. PACER is the federal government's um, area where they repository for all types of court case information. And you could find it just by going to pacer.gov like this. And this is going to be the home page. Now, I have an account with Pacer because our team at Prison Professors does a lot of work on prisoner advocacy areas. And so we want to go right to the area where we're going to find our information, and that's in this section right here. So I want to go into the case locator, and I want to look for advanced cases. So find cases. And then when I'm going to look for cases, I have a case here that I want to look up, and the title of the case is Livis et al. Versus Myers. I happen to have a document up here that I'm going to show you, but I want to show you exactly how I would go about finding it. So I type in TI 20 Civil 00422 because that's the case that I want. And I can just go ahead and search for it. And several cases are going to come up with that same number, but the one that I'm looking for is Levis versus Myers. So I can look through here, and you can get a little bit more technical in finding it, but just scroll down. I should have probably categorized it by date, but there it is right there. This case is involving the prison in Oakdale, Louisiana, which is one of the areas that has been hardest hit by the COVID epidemic. And if I wanted to advocate on behalf of a loved one, I would want to find out, well, what is the Bureau of Prisons saying about that? And I can go that by getting to the docket report. And I'm just going to run the docket report right here, and I get the actual case. And when I look at the case, I can say, okay, well, what's this thing about? Well, the first thing to look at is the complaint. So I can pull the complaint up, and it's going to cost me a little money, but let's go ahead and learn how to do it. So I've pulled the case up. I want to download the document. So see, there's a little download button. I'll push right there, and now I'm going to be able to download. And so the documents are downloading right now. It's a zip file, so that's letting me know that it's a pretty big file. I'm going to show in the Finder. There it is. Let's open it up. And these are the documents. And let's take a look at it. That's the original case file. Like I can tell by looking at it, there's no reason, really, we're not going to find much of value in that. Let's continue looking. What we want to see is the actual complaint. And here's what we're looking for. A petition for a writ of habeas corpus and complaint of injunctive and declaratory relief. This is the kind of document that you're going to want to file on behalf of your loved one to have a judge take a look at this case and just determine why it's worthy of relief. It's worthy of attention and relief. So this is just a declaration from Samil Trivedi, who is a senior staff attorney for the ACLU. So here's Exhibit 1. So it looks like this is probably a case from the ACLU against the Bureau of Prisons. But you're going to get this type of documentation here that you can use in your case for your loved one. And that's what you really want to be doing, is looking for a powerful resource that will help you bolster your case so that your loved one is not being subjected to life-threatening complications, which is existing in many facilities in the Bureau of Prisons. Now, if you don't know how to do this, then I really encourage you to hire somebody that does. Of course, our team at Prison Professors has people that are skilled in this kind of work. My work is really just in bringing it to the attention of our audience, to helping them understand, hey, how do you do this? I mean, I was in prison for 26 years. I advocated for myself every single day, and it made all the difference in a successful journey through prison, but also when I came home. And so since I've been home, I've been very active in trying to help more people understand the system and how to overcome it, because we're always going to be having challenges in the prison system. So here is this is an individual from Declaration of Gaines Andrews. He's currently incarcerated there, and he's talking about serving a 10-year sentence. He's only 39 years old, but he's a long-term smoker, he has asthma, makes him a qualified candidate. Every person in prison is a qualified candidate. You know why? Because they're a human being serving time in a federal prison. And they can't, while they're in prison, they can't take care of themselves. They can't position themselves. They can't practice social distancing. They can't wash their hands every day. I mean, as often as we're supposed to. You know, they don't have the cleaning solvents to keep it clean. They don't have the proper protective equipment. In many prisons when I was inside, you couldn't even wear a mask because they would consider that a threat to security. That's the mantra of the prison system is first and foremost is security of the institution. But as a family member, your first and foremost concern is the health of your loved one. So I want you to find the resources that you need that will allow you to advocate on behalf of your loved ones. And this is just a situation where people should be learning about how to advocate on behalf of their loved ones. They should recognize that there are opportunities to advocate on behalf of their loved ones. They should have a very compelling argument to advocate on behalf of their loved ones. And if they don't know how to do it, then they really need to get an expert. And obviously, we encourage you to do your due diligence and find the right person for you. Our team certainly feels that we can help. We've got an extensive amount of experience, but you could also do this on your own, as I'm showing you right here. I'm giving you the tools that you can use to do it on your own. You simply have to be able to take these arguments here and apply them to your loved ones, the case of your loved ones. And if you can do that, then you can pursue this path on your own. It's not easy. We budget about 20 hours to do this work on behalf of the people that work with our team. So that is just part of the journey. But here's all of the documentation that is supportive of an effective procedure. And we want you to have the resources that you need. And so I would recommend that you do what I just showed you. You use the PACER system, right? Because the PACER system is going to provide you with the documentation that you need to bolster your case. So this is the case in Oakdale. There are additional motions here that we could download. There's a summons. We don't know what's going to happen. This is all relatively new. This case was just filed. I think it'll give me the date on when it was filed here. On April the 6th. Okay, so this docket tells you everything that has taken place on this case. So again, PACER, outstanding resource. If you can learn how to look for the types of cases that will help your loved one, go through the process, find out the appropriate channel, whether it's a 2241 habeas corpus petition, or maybe there's another vehicle under the First Step Act. There are other vehicles that you can use to advocate on behalf of your loved one so that he can serve the rest of his sentence on home confinement. And if you don't have an attorney, please look at our website. You can see it either whether it's White Collar Advice, prisonprofessors.com, resilientcourses.com. On the top, there's a menu that says COVID-19. If you go there, you will see that I'm routinely plugging a lot of resources here to help people understand what steps they can take to file on behalf of their loved ones. It's really about advocating, which is telling a story and helping a judge understand, or the Bureau of Prisons. In some cases, it's just directly to the Bureau of Prisons. We can't make that call until we've taken a look at the record, had a conversation with the people at home so that we understand the transition plan, and then we can start taking action on behalf of the people that need relief. And so I hope this is helpful to you. We will continue publishing more content because there is more content coming out every day. And certainly as advocates for people in prison, we really want to provide you with the best resources possible. I hope that's helpful to you. If you have any questions, encourage you to call us. It's 949-205-6056, or just visit any of our websites. Thanks so much.